Does this sound familiar? You're always trying to get to the bottom of your laundry tote and you never can. Or you always feel behind on the laundry, or you are just always washing these items that you don't ever remember your kids actually wearing. They don't even look dirty, but somehow they ended up in the laundry again. Or maybe you're trying to open your kids' drawer and it's just full of all these clothes your kids never wear. Or maybe you're trying to get dressed in the morning to go to church, and in the process you try on like 10 different outfits, and by the time you leave, your room is just a disaster. I have been there in every one of these scenarios, and I'm so thankful that that's not a place I am anymore. And so what I'm going to be sharing today are some just really helpful things that I highly recommend if you are struggling with feeling really behind on your laundry, that will just reduce the amount of work, the amount of effort, and the amount of time and decision fatigue you're having to put into your clothes and trying to keep on top of your laundry down by a huge amount. And so the first part of this video, I'm going to talk about getting to the root problem of really tackling your laundry and feeling like you can stay on top of it, as well as towards the end of this video, I'm just going to share some practical tips for how to then maintain staying on top of your laundry. So to get started, the first thing I recommend you do is you tackle the root problem of the laundry. And the root problem is probably that you just have way too big of an inventory of clothing. And so you need to cut it down and pare it back. And the simplest way I think to do this is to just go into whichever bedroom you want to start in and take all the clothing from that bedroom. Maybe you want to start with just all the things in the dresser. Don't go straight into the closet. Maybe you can divide them into 2 different days. But you're going to put everything from the dresser into a big pile. The thing I recommend you then have are 2 trash bags and a tote. So what you're going to do is as you pull out every item, you're going to ask yourself, is this garbage? Is this too small? Is this way too big? Or is this something you or your kids just hate? Like, I don't know why we have this. Or is this something out of season? Now, you don't have to take clothes out of your wardrobe that are out of season. I do, because I do a capsule wardrobe for myself and my kids, which I'll talk about in the next video because I'm so passionate about it. But you don't have to. It just reduces the amount of clothes that you're interacting with on a daily basis even more, which I really like, because I don't want there to be a lot of extra things around our little house. So as you take out each item, if it's garbage, well, you throw it in the trash. If it's way too small and you don't have a kid below that child that you want to pass that item on to, then donate it to either a friend. I'm so thankful for the amount of clothes I've had donated to me. It is amazing. Or donate it to a thrift store. If it's way too big, but it is something you or your kids like, then pack it away in that tote. And then when the next season comes around, you don't have to go out and waste a whole bunch of money on clothes you already actually have. And then if it's something your kids or you hate, just get rid of it as well. That way, what you're doing is you're just immediately really reducing the amount of clothing that you have that you're going to have to be keeping up with. And that's so helpful. What you're also doing is you're making it much easier for your kids or for you to get dressed or for your husband to get your kids dressed, because he's not going to be grabbing a whole bunch of things that don't even fit or they don't match or whatever the case is. So that immediately reduces the amount of inventory for your laundry. And so I really recommend you do that. I've done this also with blankets, with sheets. I've found if I have 1 or 2 pairs of sheets for each bed, that's all I need. I don't need tons of extra pairs. And so we also live in a really small house, which makes it kind of limiting with what I can have as far as extra things go. And I actually really like that because it keeps me being minimal. So once you've pared down those clothing items, I'm going to talk in my next video, like I mentioned, about the capsule wardrobe method, which is an even greater extent that you can go to really minimize the amount of clothing that you're interacting with and having to wash and such. Also, with this method, if you don't want to have to be entirely caught up on your laundry in order to do this, then you don't have to be. What I recommend is as you're going through your laundry from now on, you just take a moment as you're putting each item maybe into the laundry basket from the dryer to just look at it and be like, you know what, my kids don't wear this. You know what, I don't like this. And so you are slowly cleaning out the clothing even in your laundry baskets as they're getting smaller. And so that way you don't have to wait until you're entirely caught up on your laundry in order to start purging, because that might never happen. The cool thing though is that as you're reducing the amount of clothing in those drawers, you'll just notice that your laundry volume will start to go down, which is really exciting and which is kind of the goal. So now really quickly, I'm gonna show you this method by doing it to my little boy's wardrobe, because you're gonna see how easy this can become after you've done it a few times. So I hope this will be really encouraging if you're looking at like this huge mountain of clothes right now and you're like, this is awful, why did I start this? That it doesn't have to be that way, and it won't be that way forever. So bear with me, I'll go show you. Really quickly, this is my two little boys' closet. And I'm gonna show you how minimal this is. It's so easy, okay? Let me pull back this curtain. There's a couple of things not in here, but I know I don't have to clean them out because they're literally in the wash and they've been in there for the last like 1 day, because there's such a small amount of laundry to do that I know that any clothes that are getting washed have been worn super frequently, so I know they fit. So this is, yeah, my little boys' entirety of like all their button-up shirts for church. Except for, I think there's one other set of shirts in the laundry. These are two thrifted shirts. They don't totally match, but they're really close, so they totally work. These are from back when I was still buying things new. These are both thrifted, and these will fit them forever. Yeah, there's these, and then these two things. And then as far as shoes go, there's one more pair of boots that isn't here right now. It's probably out on the porch. And then they each have a pair of mud boots, and that's all of their shoes except for once it's winter. So that's their closet. It's so simple, right? And then I'll show you how I clean out their drawers. So all of their clothes are in their closet or in here, or there might be a couple pairs of clothes in the laundry, like I mentioned, that they've worn really recently, so I know they'll fit. So this is a perfect time to do this because it's almost October at the time that I'm filming this. It'll probably be much later when you see it. But so it's perfect time for me to clean out their summer stuff. So what I do is I just go through and look at everything. I already kind of know like what they can fit because they have such a small amount of clothes that they go through them really quickly. I know they can fit all that. It'll work for winter. I know these jeans they can fit. I got them in the spring. These will be good little sleeping pants. I know that they won't need any of these shorts because it's getting cold. These went with those blue shirts, and they never fit them anyway. So, and these are actually not their pants. Those are the girls' pants. So I clean out all those. I'll just pack them away for next year because they're all in good enough condition. And then here are their swimming shorts. Take those out. These are actually their sister's leggings too. And then over here are just their shirts. And as far as I know, all of these work. And then if I need anything more, if this doesn't seem like this is gonna be enough once I pull out the clothes from the washer and dryer too, then I can always go out to my bin of slightly larger things out in the shop and just get out a couple more things. So yeah, that's how fast it is to clean out their clothes at the end of the season. So I just close that up. Woo! So here's what's left. Literally what I'm gonna do is take and stick these in the bin in the laundry room that is pack away. And then when that bin gets full, I'll just run it out to the shop. These, I guess I'll pack away. I have no clue if they'll actually wear those because they're not very masculine looking. These I'll pack away. These, maybe I'll keep, maybe I'll pack away, maybe I'll throw away. These I know are actually the girls' leggings. And these I meant to keep. So that's the entirety of how fast that is. That took me probably 3 minutes, including the time I was talking to you. So now welcome into my daughter's room. If you hear the running water, it is because my daughters are taking a bath before they go down for their quiet time because we just came in from the garden. So it's not actually because somebody's peeing, I promise. These drawers I have done nothing to before I started filming, so they're pretty messy looking. I don't organize the girls' clothes. I'll just put them in their drawers usually, and if my 6-year-old wants to, which she likes to organize everything in her drawer, that's totally fine, but I don't make myself do it, and it's not a requirement. So yeah, these are their drawers. I'm going to take you through really quick and show you how fast it is for me to kind of clean out stuff at the end of the season and just get a feel for if I need to get anything else or if this is going to be enough, and just kind of clean out anything that's old. So yes, these pajamas definitely work. So I'm going to keep them. Carrie, I think, has 2 pairs of pajamas. It's really nice because my girls and my boys are so close in size that they do share some of the stuff that they have. And that's just actually quite a blessing. So I'm just folding those things. I'm going to take their swimsuits out because it's the end of the season. I don't think we're going to go swimming anymore. I'm going to fold up this nice turtleneck that we brought in recently. I'm going to fold up this shirt. Here are some shorts. I'll probably maybe leave those until winter and then pack them away. Here are all the underwear that are supposed to be in their underwear container but aren't, but that's okay. Throw those in there. This tank top, I will leave it because my daughter likes to wear it because she says it looks very respectable because it's black. She's so cute. Pair of leggings, those fit. I know that this shirt fits, so I will keep that. This shirt, I'm going to pack it away because nobody ever wears it and it's almost too small. These leggings are great because they don't have holes. In the spring, when I do my rotation of the kids' wardrobes, which I'll talk more about in the capsule wardrobe video, then I will take any leggings that have holes in the knees and I will actually cut the leggings short and turn them into shorts, and they can just wear them under their dresses or whatever. So this is Cassie's shirt. It's not supposed to be in there. So that quickly, I know I need to keep these because now's the time of year they're going to want those the most. Here are their shirts. They already had some long sleeve shirts in there. Here are her leggings. I know we have a few more pairs that are probably in the laundry, but I know that they fit because they're in the laundry, which were literally the clothes she was wearing yesterday. Then here's Cassie's. This shirt is really faded. I'll probably pack it away or get rid of it. These shorts have a hole in the crotch. I'm gonna get rid of those. These are size 2, so they will not fit her. She has these leggings. Cute pair of shorts. I'll probably leave the shorts in here until winter and then just pull them out because she has like 3 pairs. Her and Carrie, I think, have like a total of 4 pairs of shorts. So I'll just organize these leggings because I know that they work. Here are her pajamas. Here's another pair of shorts. I'll leave those in there. Here's that other t-shirt. I'll pack away the denim shorts, and that's how easy it is. So everything now in there, they fit and they can wear this fall. It's so fast. Another thing I wanted to mention that I forgot is that I keep all of the kids' socks now in this one bin by our back door. And I've just found that that is so much more helpful than having them in their rooms because they don't wear socks all the time. They literally only wear them when they're like wearing their winter boots. And so just having them by the back door is really easy, and they are all the same exact size and the same exact color. So it makes it super easy to match and actually know where the socks are, which has just been really helpful because in the past the kids lose their socks and then they have none, and I'm trying to match them and it's a struggle. So a little tip for you. So from there, I want to talk about some practical tips for once you have cut down on your wardrobes, how to then stay on top of your laundry consistently. So here are just some really practical tips. So I wash 1 load of laundry every single day, except for sometimes Sundays. Sundays I like to take off. And then Saturdays, I'll usually catch up on anything I might have fallen behind on. So last week I did rugs. Sometimes I'll do blankets. Sometimes I'll do sheets. If I do feel like I'm falling behind during the week, I will do an extra load. It's not a big deal. But I have found that just consistently doing a load a day really keeps me where I don't feel like I'm getting behind on the laundry, which is just a huge blessing. The thing I really want to recommend is keeping a bin for pack away and a bin for donations right up on the top of your washer and dryer. And the reason why this is so helpful is because as you're interacting with those clothing items, you can immediately, as you're pulling them out of the dryer, be like, oh, you know what? This is too small. I can put it in the pack away. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna donate this and get rid of it. And that's just so helpful because from then on, you're kind of preventing this problem from ever happening again of your clothes just getting so out of control because you have all these different sizes and different things you just need to get rid of and you haven't, just continually going through your laundry and keeping you from being caught up. So that's just super helpful. And then as soon as those get full, I will take the pack away out to the shop, put it in a tote, or I will take the donations, put them in a trash bag, put them in my car, and then about every 2 weeks, we go to the drop off because it's where I vacuum out my vehicle. And so it's very easy for me to just get rid of bags when we're there. So that's really, really helpful. The next thing, I don't know about you guys, but this was a huge problem for me. I found that I was washing all of these things that weren't actually dirty. And the problem was that as I went around my house during the day, let's say I find a couple dresses that my girls wore for like an hour and they're not dirty, but I didn't have the time in that moment or the inspiration to hang them back up or put them back away. And so I would just end up putting them back in the dirty laundry. And I realized this. And so I created a new little method that has saved me so much laundry. So whenever I find those clean items, I just put them on my bed, and then every single morning I fold one load of laundry while my 6-year-old is doing her math. And that way I'm sitting at the table with her, I'm able to help her if she's struggling, and I have that consistency of every day doing one load. And I just fold those things along with that basket of clothes, and it keeps me on top of it, and it keeps me from re-washing these things that weren't actually dirty. So that's super helpful. So that keeps you from having that mountain of clothes when you're trying to go to bed at night on your bed and you're just like, oh my goodness, I have so much folding to do. So that's really helpful. The last thing that I wanted to say is that I wash everything light colored. If it's pale pink or baby blue, I still wash it with bleach, and I've just found that the clothes I have held up to it so far, and that's just really helpful because my kids play out in the dirt with light colored clothes on. I wash it in bleach, and so far they've held up really well and they don't have lots of stains. Okay, so stay tuned because in the next video I'm going to break down how to build a capsule wardrobe for yourself and for your kids, and it will make your laundry even easier. So I'm super excited about that. Stay tuned, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.